What's up YouTube? Chris with the Dealership Life here, and I'm going to take you on the other side of our dealership, which is the Recon side. And Recon stands for reconditioning. So these are all the cars that just came in off transport trucks, fresh trade-ins, consignments, whatever else there might be. My brother and sister-in-law are laughing at me. Hi. Okay, now they're ignoring me. And this is where all the magic happens. So this is where the conception of every vehicle starts here on the Recon side. And this, fun fact, is where we started 7 years ago in this little tiny office. And our cars were right here. We had 3 little cars right here against this fence. Now on this side alone, we keep over 40 to 50 cars held. And then on our main lot, we have nearly 100 sitting. So come with me and check out what the Recon process looks like. Walking over here, I have a lot of cars from auction. I bought over 20 cars alone on Thursday. We've taken in 3 to 5 extra trade-ins over the past week. And this lot is about to get a lot more filled up. I don't have a lot more room left in here, so we need to start boosting these guys out of here and getting them on the lot for sale as soon as we physically can. So what happens is we have a reconditioning tool called CarKeta, and when we purchase a car or take a car in stock, it goes into the CarKeta reconditioning system. And what that system does, and I'll show a little clip of it here in a second, what that little system does is track when the cars came in, any notes on any of the cars, anything that we're doing on any of the cars, and we have a step-by-step process. And every time one of the steps is completed, we can check it off, and then we comment in there, and a notification gets sent to each and every person in the reconditioning department, and they know which stage of reconditioning that car is in. So check this out. If we come over here, we have all these cars. So this is one we'll take in on example. I'm gonna put our mechanic, Jordan, on camera.
Hi.
Here he is. What are we working on?
Dodge Challenger.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Just putting a patch tire back on it.
Patch tire. Okay, got it. Tire had a, what did the tire have, a nail? Screw?
A hole in it, probably a nail at one point.
Tire had a hole in it.
So yeah.
There it is, Challenger RT. This is part of the process. Tire kept going flat. We also need a side skirt panel on this side too.
It's fine.
And also, yeah, it's fine. And it needs a clutch. So this will be going in for a clutch and a flywheel. It's gonna be about $1,500 or so to get that done. Here is one of the cars that we took in. I'm super, super proud of, is this Saturn Vue. Yeah, I know, I'm saying I'm proud of a Saturn Vue, but check this thing out. So it's a V6 Vue. It's a weird one. It's V6, it's front wheel drive, new tires. And check this out. Hasn't been detailed yet. It looks immaculate, and the reason for that is it has 43,000 original miles on it. It literally smells like a new Saturn in here, which smells like a new Chevy Equinox, because that's all this is a Chevy Equinox. So it's one of the ones I'm really excited for. 40,000 original miles, and I believe it's an 04 or 05 Saturn. And it's gonna be awesome. This is another really cool rare one. You don't see these very often. Short bed, Lariat, F-150, 4-wheel drive, the old body style from back in the early 2000s, full leather, very nice rig, needs a detail. So all these cars, and we have a process actually, so cars that we're gonna be listing under $5,000, we put them on an expedited process because we're not gonna sit there and try to fix every little thing on a $5,000 car. So those guys will come in, we do basic safety check, they go straight to detail, and we get them on the lot as fast as possible. If the cars are clean enough from the get-go, we'll do pre-listing pictures and get them on the pre-listing side. So we'll take them next door, get 5 or 6 pictures, put them online, put them at a price, and if someone wants to come out before the car is ready to purchase it, we give them that option to do so. And of course, we disclose everything we know about the car to them. Cars that are over $5,000 in listing price, we actually go into and we start trying to fix them. Tires, brakes, any extra things that the car might actually need. And we have to decide that from day one. So the day that I buy a car, do you mind? It's so loud. Just kidding. I have a mic, it's okay. He's dragging a jack across the ground. And if anyone knows anything about cars and car lots and vehicles and mechanics, the loudest noise to mankind is a jack on a concrete floor. So anyway, here's another example. So those two cars were cars from auction. This is actually one that we got in on trade. This is a cool little 100,000 mile. It's like an 05 with 100K on it, little Kia Sedona. We took it in very cheap. This is one of our examples. This car will go on the lot for $49.95. We open the door, it's clean. What does our process look like? Well, it has some check engine light issues that we are going to fix and get through. It has stains, so we're gonna do like a 7 out of 10 detail on this. We're not gonna dial it in and make it look perfect. And everything else seems to work on this thing. It just has a couple check engine light issues. I think some mass airflow sensor codes, things like that. This is a funny one, Cadillac Escalade that we got in. So I came in, had a service air suspension light on, which is really common on these Yukons and Escalades and Tahoes. So the rear air suspension, well, it's air. And what happens is the air struts will actually, or air shocks will go out, and they'll start leaking air out of them, and then they can't hold air, and then the rear suspension will have a fault code. Something we do to avoid all that altogether, and it's about half the price. We just do a rear air suspension delete kit, and we tell the customers, of course, that we're deleting the air suspension, and that way, it has normal shocks, normal springs, normal everything, so you never have to worry about that stupid air system ever again, especially on a 15-year-old Escalade or Tahoe. Bad engine, blown up motor, that's gonna suck, but it is what it is. So coming in here, and they're actually vacuuming a lot, so I don't wanna be in too much of the noise. So the shop is right here. We have 3 bays. We have a detailer, Anthony, detailer, Matthew, and in the middle is the mechanic bay. That's where Jordan is. And Nolan is our reconditioning manager. He comes out and he keeps everything in line, creates an action plan, works alongside me to see what all cars we need to take through the process, which ones we cut through auction, so on and so forth. So we take a car in on trade, like that Kia Sedona over there. We bring it in, we make a general inspection list of everything we know it needs. We put all those notes in the system. We approve the vehicle or don't approve the vehicle, and 95% of the time the car gets approved. If it's not approved, we kick it back to auction, and then we start the process. So it comes in approved, we do a safety check, that gets checked off, service and safety, mechanical, any body work, detail, and then last but not least, the final inspection, and then it goes to pictures and listing, and we list the vehicles. So that's how the process works. But this is pretty much a gist, and I'm super excited to come out here and start showing y'all what the day-to-day looks like. Whenever we get a new car in, document that car's journey. I want to start taking individual cars and kind of documenting our process with them, showing what one vehicle can turn into within 2 weeks. Our typical turnaround time to get a car in and out is hopefully a week if we can. So that's our main goal. But the reconditioning side is actually one of my favorite sides. I do all of this purchasing of cars. So the very next thing after purchasing a car is, of course, getting the car ready for sale. I've learned a lot of things over the years of how to get a car ready, how to get parts for cheaper, how to get services done the right way, how to get certain things handled in more creative ways than just taking it to some large shop and they charge you a bill for everything being done. There's a lot of weird tips and tricks that you can kind of learn to get cars ready and reliable and safe without it being a crazy avenue and overpriced avenue. So I'm really excited to show you that car repair doesn't have to be that expensive. Getting things fixed on your own doesn't have to be that expensive, and really how a dealer handles a lot of it, because of course we need to make sure the cars run well, drive well, are safe, and we have a margin. We have to work within a certain margin. So I can't just go out here and put brand new Michelin Pilot Sport race track tires on every single car. You know, we have to find the most economical but safest, best tire to put on vehicles. We can't just go out and put OEM factory alternators on everything because they're $400 a pop from the dealer. So hey, we have to get them for $150 or $200. We have very thin and very small margins to work within, to where we have to make the car a great car, and also we have an overhead, a shop, and families that depend on us, and employees that need to be paid. So it's a really interesting process. People don't realize every little integral thing that goes into actually getting the car ready. I would argue there's a lot more into getting a car ready than there is to sell a car. Selling a car is, you know, marketing, finance. There's a lot in selling a car too, actually. Getting the car prepared is really the crazy part, because that is the precursor to everything, and however you prep that car getting up to the point of sale is what's going to determine if it even sells or not. So thank you for coming on this journey with us. I'm super excited to keep taking you here and super excited to show you all the crazy weird things that we do. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe, and I'm gonna call it a night. Later. Have a great week, guys. Oh boy, what is this? It's a G-Wagon. Cruising in the G-Wagon. Yes, I have 2 G-Wagons. Don't ask me why, and don't ask me how. Hi, Anthony. How you doing? Good. Unless you want to be. This is a really cool car. It only has 70,000 original miles on it. And here's the coolest part about the shop. It connects out the back. Bye, Recon. And poof, onto the lot. Ah, back in the silence. Back in the silence. All over again.